This guy's 39 years old. I would say that may be something that he's having trouble having a connection. And maybe there are reasons that you let things get in the way. And the lack of chemistry might be something that has nothing to do with her. It's a possibility to consider. What do you think?
I feel like I've experienced like some major deaths in my family. Like my father, you know, one of my best friends killed himself in high school. My other friend, my freshman year in college, we were roommates. And then like my junior year, he got hit by a drunk driver and died. So like just kind of being afraid to be close to people because like there's a possibility of them leaving. That might sound crazy to someone else, but that's like just the norm for me. So I feel like that has like impacted me, and it's like still impacting me to this day.
Do you think you got married at first sight to keep you from running?
Yeah, that's one of the things like I was hoping. And just, you know, like come home, see your dad cutting grass, and then you see your dad in the car and the driver working on the car, and he's showing you how to change the oil, or just outside like playing catch. Like I missed a lot of that. So like I've been like yearning for that like since I was a kid.
So what you want the most might scare you the most, because otherwise you might just be in a marriage. You might settle in, you might have to invest, and you have to get over the fear that that person would be killed or die or leave you. So the safest way is not to let yourself be close, not to let yourself trust, not to let yourself be dependent on someone's love.
Yeah, I agree.
And so you got your work cut out for you. You know,
Lord.
That's a lot to know.
But that's stuff that I want to know. Like,
And
we haven't had that conversation. I didn't even know, like, any of that. I mean, I knew the people that died in his life, but the other stuff, I had no clue.
Well, he's starting to tell you, and there's a lot to know. And there's a lot to excavate and to give him compassion and to give him support, because this is really hard for him. So tell him a little bit about how you feel your family life has impacted you.
I feel like
To him.
I've had, you know, the complete opposite of that. Like, I had both of my parents, and I feel like I was sheltered. They made me think life was amazing. I've never seen my parents argue either, so that's probably why I'm a non-confrontational person. And it's also another reason why I probably don't know how to communicate in my relationships, because if they were mad about something, we don't know how they solved it, we don't know how they fixed it, but they did it behind closed doors and not in front of us. So I don't have that tool of knowing how, in a relationship, to work through my things.
I get that. It strikes me that even though you have very different family patterns, there's certainly some feelings of loss and pain that you both share. And we all create different kinds of defenses. There's a lot of understanding and support you guys can give each other, but you have to know each other at this level. And I think the challenge for you is to be who you tell your girls to be. Stand up for yourself, say how you're feeling, communicate to him. Your challenge will be to be open to her, to try and know her more, to build that half full glass and not go to the runner that you've been. That's not a good place for you. It isn't. You both made this enormous commitment to each other. You wanted marriage because you wanted a connection that had some gravitas, some seriousness, some commitment. You need to go over and above what feels easy and go to what feels like you're honoring that commitment. This is important. I'm asking you to dig deep and do that.